Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be surprising you with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Joker, the Comedian, from the Three Jokers storyline. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to help the channel out further, or see more reviews, or either, or both. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my future content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And now let's take a look at the packaging, as we usually do here on Digital Caveman, to start off with. On the top, we have 22 moving parts. Batman, Three Jokers, and McFarlane Toys, and a window to let some light shine through. And then on the front, we have a nice huge window showing off the Joker and his accessories, DC Multiverse, the Joker, the Comedian. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, DC print, WB print, made in China print, some symbols I'm not going to learn, a barcode, and some funky numbers from Florida. On the back, the Joker, the Comedian, Batman, Three Jokers. Each figure comes with a collectible card, which is this same product shot here, which is a very nice product shot. And then it shows the other figures in the line: Wonder Woman, King Shazam, Batcycle, Batman Battle Damaged, and Dr. Fate collector card in English only. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hashtag McFarlane Toys. And a spawn face. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. And now it's time to take a look at the figure and his accessories, because that's what we do. And let's start off with a look at the accessories, and we'll start off with this. It's a stand. And, it's pretty basic, but, it's a stand. You can stand your figure on it. Then we have the collector's card, which, again, is that fabulous product shot from the back of the packaging. The Joker, the Comedian from Batman, Three Jokers. And on the back side, it says, the Joker, the Comedian, Batman, Three Jokers, data file. Real name unknown. Once a small-time crook, the Joker fell into a vat of chemicals that turned his skin white, his hair green, and his lips red, like a crazed clown. He later became Ronald McDonald. Just kidding. His crimes always involve pranks and jokes, ending with twisted punchlines that are only funny to the Joker, and maybe Harley Quinn. He may look like he's clowning around, but this guy is bad news for Batman and Gotham City. In a stunning turn of events, Batman has learned that there are, in fact, 3 versions of the Joker operating in Gotham City. This one, known as the Comedian, among the trio, is far more clever than his counterparts and harbors the hopes of becoming Batman's one true tormentor. And don't buy any Big Macs from this clown. And next up we have a camera, which I'm assuming this is the camera that he used to take pictures of Barbara Gordon after he shot her in the spine in The Killing Joke. Because I'm guessing that's which Joker this is. And of course the crowbar, which he allegedly beat Jason Todd to death with, which we later found out he didn't. He did beat the holy crap out of him with this thing, though. And then finally, let's take a look at the figure himself. And let's raise the camera up just a tad so we can kind of take a look in there. And that light is already on. Now, one thing I will say about this is I'm guessing they did this shadow paint from the hat to kind of make the eyes stand out more. And it does accomplish that. However, I do wish that they hadn't done the painting like that. But, you know, I can live with it. Nice big Joker smile there. And, you know, his little trench coat and his suit under there, which you can kind of see. And I'm wondering at some point if I can't try to get this thing off. I might try. I don't know. Now let's take a look at his articulation. I will tell you this, the hat is soft rubbery plastic, so just keep that in mind. The coat is a little flexible in areas, but not all over. So he can look up that far, which is not any. He can look down that far because he's laughing while he's taking pictures of Barbara Gordon after he shot her in the spine in The Killing Joke. And because of the jacket, it's a little hard to get his head to spin around, but you can get him to do the full Exorcist. And you can see his suit on the inside there. And I'm assuming they're probably going to do another version of this one without the jacket and these arms, and probably change the head out too to make him, you know, without the coat, because it seems like the paint apps and stuff are in there, at least as far as I can tell. As far as arms go, a little better than 90 degrees, and I bumped the camera. 360 degrees of rotation at the shoulder. There's a cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degrees of rotation. There's a double hinged elbow. Let's see how much we can get out of that. It is a little bit tight. But look at that, folks. A awesome, awesome range of motion there for that elbow. For his hand, let's see. It looks like it's on a ball joint. It does spin around and then it comes off. And I hope I didn't just break that. No, I didn't. It just popped off. And maybe it'll pop right back on. Sorta. I might have to boil it. But anyway, it's on a hinge that goes this way. This one is on an in and out hinge. Let's move this camera back down because I think I'm missing stuff. So it's on an in and out hinge. Other than that, the arm articulation is the same. Let's see. He might have some ab crunch there. Not really feeling it. Let's see if he's got a waist. It's in there, but because of the jacket, it's super, super hard to get him to turn around. But as you can see, if you force it, it will go. As far as the legs go, he can kick up that high. He can kick back that far if you force the coat a little bit. No upper thigh cut. And he will give you that much of the splits because of the coat. And he does have a double hinged knee. for a whole lot of knee action. And then at the ankle, it'll go down that far. It'll go up that far. He does have toes, and they go up that far. And then a little bit of, is it a forward-facing pin? Anyway, he does have just a little bit of rocker action, at least on one foot. And that hand does not want to stay in there, so let's just pause this for a second. And I think I got it back on there pretty good now. Let's make a few adjustments here. And let's see about these accessories, and will they go on him? How about that? The camera does go around his neck, and it might take some heat to fix it because it does not want to, doesn't want to stay down there. And then, of course, the crowbar. Here, little Robin, I've got a little something for you. And there we have a look at the figure and his accessories. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at some comparisons, my favorite part of these videos. And let's start things off with the Mattel 6-inch Classics, DC Universe Classics Joker. Or I think they also referred to him as the Superpowers Joker, because that's what he is. Because he does come with his cane, but he also came with this hammer. And if any of you remember the Superpowers collection, you know, the Joker, you squeezed his legs and he would swing his hammer and smack people with it. So there's that one. You can see this one is definitely like the late 70s, early 80s version, where this one I guess is more of a mid to late 80s, early 90s version. And that's really the only Joker that I have to compare him with. So we'll move right along to how he stacks up to other lines. And here he is from Marvel Legends, Stan the Man Lee himself. Excelsior, true believers! And the Hasbro Pulse exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Regal Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Bad Batch's Elite Squad Trooper. And I don't know, because I have him handy, here is a larger Marvel Legends figure. Hercules, the retro carded Hercules. And he's leaning forward just a tad. There we go. He's a little bit closer to the height of this 7-inch Joker. And then also from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, here he is with Batman Beyond. And another 7-inch figure just because Mark Hamill. Here he is with the Masters of the Universe, Masters of the Universe Revelation Skeletor. And even though this is a 7-inch scale figure, you see he's quite a bit taller still, about a head taller the way it looks. But in person, he doesn't look quite that much taller. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. For final thoughts on McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Comedian. Try saying that 3 times fast. This is a pretty decent figure. This is my pretty much quintessential version of the comic Joker. If you're a fan of the Joker from, the late 80s and early 90s, then this is your Joker. It does seem to be like he's trying to even go for the late 70s somewhat. Of course, the suit he's wearing doesn't have tails like this late 70s and early 80s Joker did. But, this version of the Joker with the trench coat and the hat, this takes me back all the way to the Laughing Fish storyline, where the Joker poisoned Gotham River with his Joker gas in liquid form and made all the fish have happy smiley faces. And then killed the people with Joker toxin who were part of the bureaucracy that turned him down when he wanted to copyright and license these Joker fish. And then, of course, the Killing Joke, it kind of reminds me of that one too. And of course, because of the crowbar, a death in the family where he thought he beat Jason Todd Robin. Well, he did beat him almost to death and then left him to die with a bomb. And of course, everybody thought he was dead, but he wasn't. Thanks to the Al Ghul family, apparently. Or something like that. In which now, of course, he's back as Red Hood. But anyway, that's beside the point. If you like the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, you're going to like this figure. 22 moving parts, not necessarily 22 pieces or not 22 joints of articulation, but 22 moving parts. It's nothing to laugh at. However, I do feel like these figures are missing that upper thigh cut and really could use them. But that's just my opinion. Your opinion may vary. As always, the paint job on this thing, from DC Multiverse is Todd McFarlane period. The paint apps are they're amazing. I do, however, like I stated earlier, wish they had left the shading from the hat. I kind of wish they had left that off. But looking at it here on camera, it doesn't really look that bad. And, of course, since the hat is not removable, it would always kind of be shaded anyway. Right? Right. So, I like this version of the Joker. The other two, I've seen the gangster one. And wasn't, it kind of looks like an Alex Ross-ish Joker. And the other one, I don't even remember what the other one is. I'm sure it's a more modern take on the character, of course. But this one is the one I wanted. I may pick up if they do an animated series Joker, which I'm sure they probably will at some point. I will probably pick that up too because, Mark Hamill is pretty much the Joker. Especially if you are a huge, huge fan of Batman the Animated Series. But anyway, that does it for the review, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed the figure. Pretty nice. Thanks for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across. Only support from viewers like yourself make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or to help the channel out further, or even both. That's awesome too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.